preview to the Home Depot SEC on CBS. This afternoon from Knoxville, the undefeated Florida Gators against the equally undefeated Volunteers of Tennessee. This one has a decided big game feel to it because it's going to be for control of the SEC East, whomever wins this game. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson. It seems we talk a lot about streaks early in the season. We've got a streak here. Florida has defeated Tennessee 11 in a row. Now, how does this Tennessee team avoid making it 12 in a row?
You know, Vern, when I started the preparation, I was looking at this matchup and decided, you know, what should I talk about? And I started to think, like, this really reminding me of something else.
Well, how does Tennessee go about breaking the streak?
You know, Vern, I think it has to be their quarterback, Joshua Dobbs. If there was one guy coming into this season that Tennessee thought and the SEC fans thought was going to have a breakout season, it was Dobbs. I mean, people thought he might be this year's Dak Prescott. Now, he's played fine, but he hasn't been that difference maker that a lot of people thought. And I think in this game, he has to dominate that position. So I think in this game, Dobbs must be a difference maker.
What segment of this offense or defense do you think will be significant?
You know, Vern, I think both coaching staffs walked in that defensive line meeting room and said, you know, there's a lot of different ways we can win this game. But you guys, you front four on both sides can dominate the game. The more you look at this, the more it starts to look like 2015. What I think here, Vern, it's not about matchups. It's not about stars players. If Tennessee wants to get to the SEC championship, they have to go through Florida. Florida's not going to get out of the way. Tennessee has to knock them out of the way.
Well, I appreciate the fact that your homework was cut in half this week. Now, let's talk about Luke Del Rio. Started the first 3 games at quarterback for Florida. Knocked out. We will see Austin Appleby.
Yes, the Purdue transfer. Luke has had a good start here, but for Tennessee, they have seen backup quarterbacks have success for them before. Austin Appleby will not be in awe in this football game. He started in big football games before. He's a senior graduate transfer. I do not think this scene will bother him at all.
And moments ago, the Tennessee Volunteer team made its entrance through the block tee across the checkerboard end zone. They are at home with a 3-0 record. And let's go down to Allie Laforce with Tennessee coach Butch Jones.
Coach, you're standing here with another opportunity to end this 11-year losing streak against Florida. Tell me, why will this year be the year, and what would it mean to this electric fan base?
Well, it's one thing. We just got to focus on one play at a time, not worry about the outcome. We got to focus on the process. That's doing everything that we can to win our individual one-on-one matchups.
Your defense is without 2 key starters. Jalen Reeves-Maybin is not fully healthy. How do you overcome those injuries on the defensive side?
Well, that's football. That's next man in. We have a lot of confidence in the individuals that are performing for them.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Allie, thank you. Key defensive injuries for Tennessee. Reeves-Maybin is active. We do expect him to play. Darren Kirkland and Cameron Sutton both out of this game. The weather, it's still muggy in September. That's on the field in excess, well in excess of 100 degrees. This is only the 46th all-time meeting, 26-19. And Florida, as you know, has won the last 11. They lead by 1 here in Knoxville. And Luke Del Rio made the trip. He will not play, but Jim McElwain wanted him as the starter for the first 3 games to be a presence on the sidelines. Fumbled in the end zone, take a knee and bring it out. Foul. And the starting quarterback will be Austin Appleby, graduate transfer from Purdue, where he played 3 years. 28 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. I think you think he's not going to be.
No, I don't think so. You know, Vern, he won his first start at Purdue as well.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8 on the kicking team. That is number 8's first of the half. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Appleby will open in the shotgun. They'll come left, and it's Mark Thompson on the first carry of the game. And the rest of the offense for the Florida Gators. 3-0, as we said. Sharp, Ivy, Dillard, Johnson. Antonio Callaway will make sure that he is on the field. He was bumped 2 games ago and did not play last week. Second down. And Callaway is on the field near side. Under center here on second down. Appleby going deep, and he's got a man wide open. It's Callaway. Callaway out of bounds with a 1st and goal at the 4.
Well, the guy that got the personal foul just got beat for the touchdown. The matchup is right here. Remember, Cam Sutton is not playing. They go right at the guy. If you don't think McElwain had a plan, taking the kickoff and attacking the newest player on the field, it came out right there.
Antonio Callaway on the receiving end of the winning touchdown in Gainesville a year ago. And he's got one big pass play from Del Rio against Kentucky this season. 1st and goal. Quick toss into the end zone, and it is incomplete, intended for Callaway. Let's quickly set the Tennessee defense as Butch Jones hustles down. Vereen, Vickers, O'Brien, Barnett. Colton Jumper will get the start at middle linebacker. That's he's replacing an injured player, Justin Martin, replacing Cam Sutton at the corner, and he's had a presence in this game, a personal foul, and beaten for a huge game. 2nd and goal. They'll test the middle. Mark Thompson. Well, if they can get out of this with a field goal attempt.
Yeah, you know, Vern, Butch Jones was very upset after 1st down. He ran all the way down the field to talk to the head linesman. I think he felt that Florida had 12 men in the huddle on the first play and should have been an illegal substitution, but it did not happen.
3rd and goal from the 3.
I wonder if McElwain will think 4 downs here.
Fake the option. Appleby deep in the end zone, man open, touchdown, DeAndre Gouldsby, number 30.
You don't need 4 when you score in 3. This is a very familiar formation that Florida features, an unbalanced line to the right. They usually quick pitch it. This time, they self-scouted themselves. They said a lot of times, we pitch it, and Austin Appleby says, this SEC ain't so bad.
This is easier than the Big Ten.
Long game.
Yes, it is. Pinheiro with the extra point. The freshman place kicker.
Just how about the message by Jim McElwain to his football team? You lose your quarterback, you win the toss, you take the ball. We're going to win it with a new guy, whatever we have to do, and they drive down and score.
Gouldsby with a touchdown catch. That was a 75-yard drive in 5 plays. The key, Antonio Callaway with a 51-yard catch. Eddie Pinheiro will kick off, and Evan Berry is the deep man, number 29. Deep. That's right. First down.
Vernon, field position has been improved by both teams having a personal foul.
Dobbs gives it off to Jalen Hurd. Now then, cue the cow. Chick-fil-A starting lineups. There's Josh Dobbs, senior. Outstanding student, outstanding player, great leader for this team. Jeff Collins, defensive coordinator at Florida, said he recruited him when he was at Mississippi State. He was in his home once a week for 2 months. Tyler Bird. Gary, I'm going to let you handle this one about Tyler Bird.
I've been following Tyler Bird for a while. He's out of Naples High School, right around where I live. Actually committed to Florida, then Miami, and then Tennessee. Going to be a star in this league.
And he gets the catch. Jalen Hurd. Let's do the remainder of the offensive 11. Kendrick, Robertson, Weisman, Chance Hall. He's been injured. He missed the first 3 games. He was a freshman All-American a year ago. Ball at the 45. 7-0. Florida leads. Dobbs rolls right. He had bunched receivers on the right side. That one in or out. 2 officials confer. I believe he had his foot down. Josh Malone, let's see.
Nope. They called him out, yes. Let's see. Catches it. I think his left foot was on the line when he caught the ball. Happened pretty quick. Good call. Toe was on the line.
And that brings up 3rd down.
And this is the part of the field where you could see this call by Mike DeBoer thinking that he has 4 downs here. This is a part of the field where you could go for it on 4th down. So I think he's got 2 more chances here.
Again, 3 wide to the right, roll out. Drills it. It's bobbled and dropped. Should have been caught at the 35. That was Ethan Wolf, the tight end, number 82. Now let's see, will he go for it?
Well, remember a year ago, McElwain was 5 for 5 on 4th down.
But they're going to bring on Trevor Daniel to punt.
Florida has kept their defense on the field except for the returner. The rest of the defense is playing defense safe.
Daniel, fair catch called. Drifting. Oh, my, bobbled it. It's recovered by Tennessee. Antonio Callaway muffed it. What did we hear from the coaches yesterday? Special teams plays and big mistakes.
Well, Antonio Callaway had a brain lock on this one. Not only does he call a fair catch inside the 5-yard line, he then drops it. Jeez. And when you put the ball on the ground against Tennessee, there's nobody better in college football than collecting fumbles than Tennessee.
And it was recovered by Dylan Bates, number 17. That's the try in the middle. Dylan Bates, number 17, the son of Bill and Denise Bates. Bill, star at Tennessee a generation ago, and then a long-time star with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, Florida has their best player back there making the decision on that punt. And not only did he muff it with mentally, he muffed it physically.
2nd down. Toss in the corner. Tough. Incomplete. 3rd and goal.
I think that was the 2nd drop. That's Jason Kroom, number 18. Kind of a hybrid receiver tight end. They got exactly what they wanted, matched up with a safety and the 2nd drop of the game. Joshua Dobbs is saying, you know, I led the team last year against them in receiving, rushing, and passing. Do I have to do it all this year again?
Yeah, he caught a 58-yard touchdown pass last year. They'll test the middle and not get there. Now then, Butch Jones. What are you going to do?
He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it.
Alex Anzalone got the tackle on the last one.
I'll tell you right now, you're going to get from Mike DeBoer, offensive coordinator, their best two-point play right here. The one they've been saving that they wanted. This is going to be his best call he has. Dobbs has to go on the run here, doesn't he? Run pass option.
I would sure think so. He fires it instead, and it's knocked away. Marcus May, number 20.
My goodness. What a goal line stand by the Gators. Marcus May, he's on the inside. Watch him get through traffic and make the play. Fights through traffic and then closes on the ball. He anticipated the throw. It was a half pick, but Marcus May fought through it and made the play.
Gators get it back. They're only 99 yards away. Well, my goodness. Callaway with a bonehead play, calling for a fair catch inside the 5 and fumbling. And then a curious set of offensive plays. One drop pass in the end zone and 2 other passes. Nothing. That's a 2-yard gain. Jordan Scarlett, Florida rather, will use at least a trio of running backs. There's Del Rio. Said his dad was going to get to watch him play 3 times this year. Once later in the season, this weekend, and then the opening game. But I would think that Jack is otherwise occupied now that Luke is hurt. Right side. Spins close for the first down. Jordan Scarlett.
Last year, Florida rushed the ball only 28 times in the football game, just over 100 yards rushing the ball. It has been the storyline in this game. Whoever rushed the ball the most was the winner. Last year was the outlier because Tennessee ran the ball, and they still found a way to lose the ball game at the end.
Appleby is trying to get the attention of his wide receiver near side. Stunts defensively. Appleby lets it go, and his receiver slipped. It looked like Callaway.
Austin Appleby came in here as a graduate transfer. He was a 5-year player at Purdue, but he actually went to spring football in high school. So counting the spring football practice at Florida, he has been through 6 years of spring football. He has a lot of experience in college football.
Played on the varsity for 3 years, as we have mentioned, at Purdue, Gary's alma mater. And this time he'll keep it. Well, how would you have ever imagined that there are 2 former Purdue quarterbacks starting in the SEC?
No.
And who is this? I recognize that running style. Quick as a cat, I've always thought.
By the way, the guy that catches this pass, my teammate for all 4 years, Darryl Stingley on the receiving end of that pass right there.
Gary with a brilliant start, and then they changed you to a wishbone quarterback.
Yeah, but I learned how to complain about things. Now, carried it on now.
3rd down and 8. Screen pass. That's Cronkite, and that's a good, effective play out to the 36-yard line.
You almost have to kind of half smile. Jim McElwain and Doug Nussmeier, you know, their coaching tree led them through Alabama. Nussmeier went to Michigan. If you look for an MO from both of these guys when they had Alabama, when they're in trouble, watch out for the screen pass. And that's exactly what they dialed up right there.
And a 1st down 10 on a 15-yard gain. Four-man rush. Appleby with all day down the right sideline, and he's got is the catch complete?
Well, he caught
Callaway, yes. Justin Martin defeated again. There's Callaway down. Well, that was ruled a completed catch, 43 yards. And even better news for Florida, Callaway's up.
Watch this great route by Callaway. Hesitation, and Justin Martin right now is going. Cam Sutton, it's a little harder to play in this league than I thought. He's been burnt twice.
Martin replacing the injured Cam Sutton. On first down, Appleby swing pass out the right side.
Oh, well defended.
Jordan Cronkite.
You always give it a nice pause there.
Well, I do.
Are you trying to stay away from Walter?
Yes. Yes, because the temptation is so obvious.
You always go to Jordan Cronkite.
Well, I want to make sure I get it properly pronounced.
Thinking like any time it's going to be.
That is the end of the first quarter with our I got called out, folks. 7-0 Florida. We'll return to Knoxville after this message and a word from your local station. We welcome all of you back to Neyland Stadium. They've got this checkerboard thing down, don't they? Orange and white throughout the 102,000 who we expect are here. And it's 2nd down and 9 as we begin quarter number 2. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Allie Laforce. Handoff goes to LaMichael Pirine. And that's going to set up a 3rd down. 7-0. Touchdown came in the opening sequence of plays. The highlight of which was a 51-yard pass to Antonio Callaway. And then a 3-yard touchdown pass to DeAndre Goolsby.
Mind if I give a little love to Justin Martin because he made a pretty good tackle there, number 8 for Tennessee. You know,
well, he needs it.
I know.
Yeah.
A little love. Nice tackle there.
3rd down 4, 7-zip. Appleby goes back to the left side, screen pass, watch out. This one was easy.
Boy,
Jordan Cronkite.
There you go. Doug Nussmeier is pitching a perfect game. The offensive coordinator for Florida has really been on his game today. And Butch Jones's team has been off balance. The total yards in this game, Florida already, over 175 yards. It just seems that Nussmeier is able to do it. Anything he calls seems to be the right play. And Austin Appleby and his football team out there is executing it one right after another. There you go with Doug Nussmeier.
That was C.J. Wharton with the block at the goal line that made sure the touchdown would be achieved. Eddie Pinheiro with the extra point. Florida. Appleby has been superb thus far. Cronkite with the touchdown. And here is the kickoff. Eddie Pinheiro. Evan Berry will let this one bounce, and it'll come out to the 20. First down. Dobbs steps up, fires it, got a man open, and he drops it again.
Holy cow.
Wow. This is Josh Malone.
Plenty of protection this time. Remember, Florida leads the country in sacks. Plenty of protection. Cleanly beats Quincy Wilson, and that's drop number 4. And if you don't think this streak means something to Tennessee and you don't think they're tight, I submit this first quarter and this first part of this game. This is a tight football team.
Dobbs still has it and gets his way to the 49. Well, the streak began in 2005. Points per game has been Tennessee in every category, including turnovers. The last 2 have given hope to the Volunteers. They lost 10-9 2 years ago here and 28-27 there.
I chuckle because you say it gave them hope, but it also gave them despair.
True.
They were hit 9-0 and 13 points, and they lose both games.
Well, this is a place where you'll hear some country western songs. And that is one. Here's Dobbs.
Big story there, not being able to sack Dobbs.
And he got loose for a first down.
That was a story. One of the strengths of Josh Dobbs is he's so hard to tackle in the pocket. Clean run at him that time from inside out. Could not make the play. Brian Cox could not get the tackle. It's hard to bring him down with one arm. We visited with him, right, Vern? He's bigger and stronger than you think.
Well, he's not a small lad.
No.
6'3", 210. And that 6'3", 210 includes strength. Here's a reverse.
He's a quarterback.
Quarterback. Throwback, and the receiver stumbles.
Smartly defended, though, I'll tell you that.
Jawan Jennings is a high school quarterback. He completed a pass in this game to Joshua Dobbs last year.
I think it was Duke Dawson, number 7, that defended it. Now was it interference? He got his hand on him, and I think the ball was in the air. I'm actually agreeing with 102,000 people right here, right now, because I think that was interference.
No flag. Second down. Quick screen out to the right, and that's completed out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Let's do some positive talk about Tennessee.
All righty.
Remember a year ago when they started fast and they finished slow in 2015, particularly the Oklahoma game and the Florida game. This year, their MO has been to start slow and finish fast. Just witnessed the Virginia Tech game when they were down 14-0 early in that game and win.
And they had to go into overtime in their first game to beat Appalachian State. They did defeat Ohio in their last time out. 3-0 coming into this game. Here's Dobbs. This time it is caught.
No, he ripped out.
Oh, he did. It's ripped out, incomplete.
Interesting decision again for Butch Jones. 3rd and about 4 or 5. Hard to punt here. It's just hard. Again, on the crossing routes, there's nobody more aggressive in college football than Florida. They have tremendous respect, a tremendous amount of confidence in their corners, and they run and they clamp early. Not surprised that Tennessee's going to go for it here.
4th down, 5.
What will Jeff Collins dial up? Will he come after Dobbs and attack him?
Dobbs anxiously urges a teammate to get him in proper position. He's got time. He's got a man open. It is caught at the 16-yard line. Jawan Jennings.
Lined up in the slot, and I think he beat Jalen Tabor. That's a tough matchup. Excuse me, tough matchup right there. One-on-one coming to the outside. He beat maybe the best cover man.
And they go quickly, and this one is caught at the 5. And the ball ruled down at the 4. It's Josh Malone. Malone, if you're keeping score, has caught a touchdown pass in each of the first 3 games. And let's see what happens here.
I thought Alex Anzalone had a chance to get that one. Another throw. It's a little bit across his body by Josh Dobbs, but he turned out, and it worked well. You only need one positive play to get the feeling going.
1st down goal. Here's Dobbs. Deep. Intercepted.
Quincy Wilson.
Quincy Wilson, of all villains for the Tennessee fans.
Quincy Wilson, the duck that just couldn't pull the truck right there. Yep, excuse me, Mark, go ahead.
Oh, just a lot of verbiage coming out of the Gator camp this week, and most of it emanating on social media from Quincy Wilson.
Yeah, he beat the Tennessee receiver to the spot that time, and that was a tough decision for Josh Dobbs. That player was covered as much as you could.
Back to play, offense, Florida. Here's Appleby, play action. Fires it, got it. I'll tell you, Austin Appleby has looked really good today.
Remember, this was not a landslide decision that Luke Del Rio. Let's go back one more time on the interception, because Butch Jones was really giving it to Josh Dobbs here. Looking downfield, was there anyone else open on the play? Good coverage, good coverage. I don't really see anybody. I think what Butch was telling Josh is, hey, if it's not there, run. Do not turn the ball over. We needed a field goal. At least that's what I used to hear.
Brandon Powell on the reverse out of the slot position.
I used to hear this, Vern. See if you can help me out on this. The coach would come over and he'd go, "That was the worst time for an interception." And I go, "Well, you tell me a good one. We only throw when we're behind." I mean,
Gary, he's self-deprecating about this. Gary was a widely recruited quarterback, and then you went to Purdue and they changed to a wishbone offense after your first year. Yeah.
A long time ago. Nobody wants to hear about that, especially in this conference. I'll tell you that.
Well, good point. Second down. Left side, Mark Thompson. First down. Mark Thompson around the left side. Well, Reeves may have been battling injuries coming into the game, and earlier.
Yeah, he was favoring his arm on that tackle. Watch this one. He's barely using his right arm on the play. And after those two plays, he took himself out. You know, we don't get much on what the injuries are anymore. We did hear he had a bad shoulder injury. Jalen would not admit to anything when we talked to him, but he totally was favoring that arm on those two plays.
Cortez Mcdowell is on for him. It's second down and 4. Appleby goes deep, and he's got a man again. It is...
He got it.
He got it. Tyree Cleveland, the wide receiver. 37 yards.
Excuse me, Vernon. Tyree Cleveland is the guy Florida has been hoping for a while. He's been injured. He's a big, tall receiver, and if you talk to the people in the Florida program, they couldn't wait to get this guy on the field, and you can see why. Another great throw by Appleby, huh? Right now, Austin Appleby's going, geez, it's easier here at Florida with these guys than the guys I had.
True. And here goes Thompson down to the 1.
Well, last year we had the great play by Jake Coker, and there's a little bit of a comparison, I would think, with both being grad transfers, Appleby and Jake Coker in their size. Both big, tough, strong guys.
Well, who suggested yesterday that Appleby would be a great tight end?
Yes. I think it was defensive coordinator Bob. Here's that formation again, that they quick snap and throw the toss.
Jordan Scarlett, and there was a late man on the field for Tennessee, a defender. So they played essentially with 10 men on that play, and Scarlett carried the ball.
Or it was the 12th guy that ran out there, one of the two. Did they call it a touchdown?
Let's see.
Watch the late push to see if they call it.
Substitution on the defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
There you are. Well, the late guy on the field, I hate to bring it up, was Justin Martin.
I thought if Tennessee won this game, they would tear down the goalposts. And if they lost, they might tear up the phone lines on Monday. The radio shows will be hot in here, don't you think?
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Including Jerry Glanville's. The old NFL ball coach lives here in Knoxville. Made a visit to us before the game started. So the Gators will kick off, leading 21-0. Through the end zone.
Listen, this is a ball game right here, I think, for Tennessee. 5 minutes left in the half, just under 5 minutes. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half. They need a drive and points.
Dobbs. That one's caught. That's Tyler Bird.
Yeah, look at that. He's going to be a great player, Bird.
True freshman. Now, you mentioned that he started out at Naples High.
Yep. Committed to Florida. The reason he didn't go to Florida is Will Muschamp got fired.
Okay.
So he decommitted, went to Miami. Miami changes coaches. Larry Scott, the coach who coached him at Miami, moves to Tennessee, and he brings along Tyler Bird.
Dobbs. That's complete. Josh Malone, who was in motion out of the backfield. Well, Tennessee was down here a while ago, and Quincy Wilson intercepted Josh Dobbs deep in the end zone to thwart that drive. 3:50 to go.
No reason to panic. Put one up on the board. Get the ball in the second half.
Up the middle she goes. Jalen Hurd. And they'll go fast last week. Here's Dobbs, design quarterback run, and he's down to the 10. Post-whistle aggressiveness.
I could be wrong, but is that not the first designed run for Josh Dobbs in the game? He's run a few times out of the pocket, but I think that may be the first time it's been called as a designed run for him in this game.
I think you're right. He's run it 8 times, but that one run all the way.
Under center. How about this?
Yeah.
What do they got cooking here? This has to be a little different. Usually a fade pass when you go under center. Throw it to the sideline.
Okay. Play action.
There it is.
There you are. Overthrows him by a good 15 feet. Jawan Jennings was in the neighborhood. Kind of.
See, when you go play action pass against the Florida defensive backs on the outside, you can throw inside, but on the outside, they never see it. They're playing bump and run. They're looking at their receiver. They didn't see any play action pass. You almost can just drop. If you're not going to throw down the middle against the safeties and the linebackers, you're wasting the play action pass.
Well, third trip inside the red zone. They've come up empty so far, and right now they're looking at a 3rd and 6. Dobbs wide open, and another drop. That's Alvin Kamara. He might have scored.
They got to go field goal here. They need points. Yeah, this is a team, if you ask me, that is a team that has lost 11 straight. It's just whether you don't talk about it, you do talk about it, you want to win so bad, you just can't make the simplest plays. Kamara makes that catch in his sleep.
This will bring on Aaron Medley, who's 3 of 5 this year. Kicked 21 successful a year ago, 20 the year before that. 28-yarder. And they're on the board at long last. That's 11 years of frustration.
That's right. 20 out of 26. Ask Peyton Manning.
Here's Allie with Jim McElwain.
Coach, Austin Appleby in his first start as a Gator really showing off his arm out there. 4 plays of 20+ yards. How did you set him up to have the success?
Well, I think the big thing is we knew we had to get some explosives. They did a good job of pinning us down here, and we had to change field position. Thought we did that pretty well, but at the end of the day, though, we've given them 30 yards in stupid penalties, and we're not wrapping up on defense trying to grab at the ball, so we got a lot of work to do at half.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
You always look forward. One of the keys to this game, one of the themes was wrap up on defense. No missed tackles. You heard it right there.
And that is the end of the first half. Our score, Florida 21, Tennessee 3. Now let's go to Adam Zucker in our New York studio. 21-3 at the half. Moments ago, Allie Laforce with Butch Jones.
Coach, with the 5 drop passes, the interception in the red zone, do you think your team was feeling the pressure of this game in that first half?
No, I don't think so. We just have to make plays, and it's about red zone efficiency. We're down in the red zone on the goal line, 3 opportunities to come away with 3 points, and you can't do that.
Football, a tale of 4 quarters, not just 1 half, 2 halves. What did you tell this team to motivate them that they can rally in the second half?
Well, again, we know we didn't play our best football, but that's why there's a second half, and we have to come out, obviously, big drive to start the second half, and you can't get it all back in one possession. You just have to keep grinding, and then you look at the scoreboard at the end of the game.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, they will get the ball to open the third quarter.
I thought it was a perfect message. I just hope his team listened to him. You know, it's I thought it was a combination of a lot of things in that first half. A little bit tight, a few bad throws, a few drops, and they lost confidence. I think Tennessee has been moving the ball. My question is, can their defense stop Florida a couple times?
Here's the kick from Nero. Evan Berry comes up and grabs it. He will return it to the 20, to the 30. And there is a very positive start if you're a Tennessee Volunteer. Well, you alluded to the fact that you think they're playing a little tight. How do you lose?
Yeah, you know, it was basically Rocky drop in the first half.
Yeah.
But not just the drops. I thought that kind of put him in a tailspin. And then also, Florida goes into the red zone 3 times and score. Tennessee goes into the red zone 3 times, 3 points. I think Butch was right. The combination of those two teams, and you know, you lose your three of your 4 best defenders. You know, I mean, it has to affect your defense.
On first down, sweep left.
As we talk about it again, you know, we talk about the drops, but it was more than just the drops. You have to put some balls in front of receivers. And for a lot of these throws, he was only sacked once in the first half against a team that's leading the country in sacks. But a poor decision in the red zone there, a 4-down stop, and then on downs early in the game. But a couple of passes that I thought could have been better throws as well.
Second down. Dobbs with a pump. Whoa, he got it.
Catch.
Jawan Jennings, a little circus-like catch.
You can't make a better play than that. Someone on the team has to come up and make a play. And that time it was right over Alex Anzalone, the linebacker.
And Joey Ivy brought Dobbs down rudely.
Perfect.
Yes. They come left, go back right. Jalen Hurd with a carry.
Telling you, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, make it an 11-point game instead of this. Different feel.
Butch Jones, 4th year. Here's Alex Anzalone. They love this young linebacker. 21-3, he and Jared Davis. Nothing. Joshua Dobbs.
I'll tell you, the penetration by Caleb Brantley, he didn't make the tackle there, Vern, but the penetration of this front, they're playing a lot of guys. Joey Ivy's in there right now. You know, they just run through that front, and they don't care who's in the game.
3rd down 3. From the corner, watch out. Dobbs shakes the tackle, fires it across the middle. It's caught. That's a first down, a clutch catch. And a pretty good throw, wasn't it?
Yeah, if he doesn't catch that one, he's got to just leave, because Josh Dobbs goes to his right, throws completely across his body, and drills him this time. That is a perfect throw to Jason Kroon.
And a first down, the ball at the 22-yard line. And there's a little verbal interaction out here on the corner. Leads to nothing.
Tennessee tried to go fast there, no success. Now they substitute, so they're in no hurry here.
Joseph Putu, number 35, has replaced Jalen Tabor. Here's the blitz. Dobbs back. He's got a man all by himself. Holy cow. Jalen Hurd, touchdown, Tennessee.
What a well-designed play. You got to believe that this is one they had all day in their pocket, and it was perfectly set up. A wheel route coming out of the backfield. Remember, Florida has a sub in the game, but this is as good as you can get. I just had that feeling. I said, it feels like Tennessee's feeling good about themselves again.
Aaron Medley for the extra point. which is up and good.
Vern, I don't know what Duke Dawson, number 7, who had man-to-man coverage, was looking at. He had him all the way, and he never followed him.
Butch Jones likes it. 21-10. Took 3:29.
Penalty, out of bounds.
Oh, boy. Ball at the 35. Appleby.
Dropped.
Incomplete. Jordan Cronkrite.
Perfect throw. You got the middle linebacker coming at you. Opportunity to make a miss. Put it on the ground.
This crowd is alive now. LaMichael Pirine is the running back. Nothing. Todd Kelly Jr., number 24.
Vern, Kelly gets the tackle, but watch inside. Penetration by Tuttle. Shy Tuttle, number 2. Remember the last time we saw him? Left the field with a broken leg. That type of penetration Florida's been doing all game. Now it looks like Tennessee is.
Third and 10.
Can Corey Vereen, number 50, or Barnett make a play? The 2 bookend defensive ends.
They rush 3 and drop 8. And there is a play at the 30-yard line, 4th down. Number 40, Demarium Mixon was the first one there.
Well, it started the last series. Remember, it was 3rd and less than a yard, and Tennessee gets a 3 and out. They score. Now, the defense comes back in, another 3 and out.
Townsend to punt for the 6th time. Kamara has moved up to the 35-yard line. This will chase him back to the 28. Nice return. All the way out to the 49. Dobbs, deep right side, man coverage. Come back, got it. Josh Malone, huge play.
I'll tell you, without Jalen Tabor on the field now, they're going after the sub for Florida, Duke Dawson. Remember, Tennessee had their sub picked on, and now Dawson is getting picked on in this game.
That's a gain of 30 and a first down at the 20.
Well, they went fast and got nothing out of it again.
Not at all. Finally, the whistle blows. That's Tabor running back. He'd been in the huddle.
No, he'd been in the locker room.
In the locker room, I'm sorry.
And Duke Dawson goes, get out of here, man. You can't just take my spot. Can't make me look bad like that.
2nd down, 9. 20.
Kicked him off.
Get out of here. Dobbs into the end zone, man open, caught. Touchdown, Ethan Wolf, Tennessee.
Vern, what do we say? Keep playing, right? Just keep playing. When you put a man in motion, it forced Florida to bump out their coverage. And he had the matchup he wanted on the inside middle linebacker, Jared Davis, and a perfect throw with pressure in his face.
Aaron Medley for the extra point. Knocks that one down the middle.
Remember, Ethan Wolf dropped a couple early in this football game. This was the toughest catch he had all day. Little motion here, and then Wolf goes right down. He matches up on the middle linebacker. Watch it. Josh knew he was going to that seam the whole way. Gets pressure, perfect throw, and a wonderful catch. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. That's what you got to do as a quarterback. You try not to look at the stats. 7 for 20. You just go out there and go, guys, just put something on the board, and things will change, and that's what they've done. Give half of this, though, to the Tennessee defense. 3 straight 3-and-outs.
Final minute, third quarter. And this one will go through the end zone. It was 21-3 at the half.
Never easy to win a game on the road. Never easy.
Jordan Scarlett is the running back. First down and 10. Blitz coming.
More penetration.
Derek Barnett, number 9.
Well, we asked Barnett to make a play in pass coverage. He pressured the last time, and watch him crash this time. Totally beats David Sharp inside and makes the play.
Loss of 1 second and 11. 34 seconds to go.
Bob Shoup, the new defensive coordinator for Tennessee, has to be proud. He has 3 of his best football players on the sideline, and they've just turned this game around in the second half.
Play action. Into the flat, caught. And the open field tackle is missed, but it's slowed him down as DeAndre Gouldsby. Todd Kelly Jr., number 24. There he is.
One leap, but he's off balance enough, and Kelly finishes him off as they finish the third quarter.
Pretty good scene, don't you think? We'll return to Knoxville after this message and a word from your local station. Neyland Stadium in an uproar as we begin the fourth. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Allie Laforce, and the rest of our crew as we begin the fourth. It's 21-17. 3rd and 6. Derek Barnett.
That's what Tennessee has been waiting for Barnett, an elite athlete on the outside, to just go and he just sped rush right past David Sharp. Gets in a wide 9 technique, and he just made a beeline for the quarterback.
In the third quarter, the Gators had a total of 8 yards.
And that's the 4th consecutive 3-and-out.
Johnny Townsend, his 7th punt of the ball game. Fair catch called by Camaro. He waved it. Are they going to allow this?
I don't think so. I think it's going to come back.
Yeah, he made a motion with his arm.
It's going to come back, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can see it. Oh, he stuck his hand up, and I think it's going to come back, yes.
Yeah, it is. Corner blitz. Dobbs. Ouch. 21-17. It was 21-3 at the break. Jordan Sherritt, number 17. 2nd down and 4. Both teams undefeated. 3-0. I think everybody around the country wondered about the strength of the opposition that both teams have played. And there's the run by Alvin Kamara. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And they bring in Hurd for this 3rd down play in the backfield. Well, the Tennessee defense got to stop in a situation right about this part of the field. Can Florida get a stop, or is that more physical Tennessee offensive line find another first down.
That is very close. Let's see what kind of spot.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it.
Jalen Hurd got. Yep, move the chain. First down.
Just enough. He's a big boy, Hurd, and he lathers up pretty well as the game goes on. He's usually pretty tough in the fourth quarter.
Dobbs hit as he lets it go. Man open. Caught. He's down the sidelines. It's Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, Tennessee. My goodness. Seven yards. Extra point coming. Aaron Medley. Watch and see, Gary, if Dobbs wasn't hit when he let this ball go.
I think he was. Just after he let the ball go, I think Tennessee might have given a stutter and go to Florida the way Florida had been doing it. And by the way, Jennings beat Jalen Tabor, their best corner.
Three-point lead. And this one will come out. Ball marked at the 25 after the touchback. Appleby. See the comparison. Joshua Dobbs on fire in this second half of play. Now Appleby.
Purdue. How about that? Florida has had 4 possessions and 12 plays. That adds up to 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and 3 and out.
He's still alive. Heaves it. Intercepted. Picked off at the 40-yard line by Todd Kelly Jr., one of our 2 scholar athletes for the day.
He scrambled, he scrambled, he scrambled. He was off balance. He's trying to find where people are, and when he tries to refocus, he just doesn't do it. Always dangerous to think you've got a receiver wide open because those defenders have their eyes on you, and they make up a lot of territory.
Well, at the line now, Tennessee trying to break an 11-game losing streak, and they have a 3-point lead. Rush comes. Well, Todd Kelly had a chance to meet him in the hallway yesterday. You know he's a scholar athlete. He's wearing number 24 now. He wore number 6 until this year, and he changed to honor this young man, Xavion Dobson, who was killed by gangs. He was a football player at Fulton High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. Kelly knew his story and wanted to honor him, so he's now wearing number 24 in his behalf. Dobbs. Oh, that hit one of the defenders in the back of the leg. And for more, let's go down to Allie Laforce.
Vern, Todd Kelly Jr. told me that both Xavion's brother and his mother called him, texted him when they found out that he was paying tribute to their fallen son, and they were so thankful. He also told me that Xavion's brother Zach is a senior football player for Fulton High School. He also wears number 24, and the 2 times that Kelly has made the trip to watch him play, he has scored a touchdown in each game. It's a beautiful story.
It is. 3rd down 10.
Jared Davis coming off the edge right here.
Dobbs hit again. He's got it. This is Malone. And he scores for the 4th consecutive game. This one from 42 yards out. Wow.
To a great design to Mike DeBord now. We talked about Nussmeier in the first half. Watch the design of this play. Coming out of the backfield, he runs a slant. Very difficult to do.
Aaron Medley for the extra point. Talk about your turnarounds.
You want to see good coaching? You put a receiver in the backfield. He's right here. He comes out, and then he slants across. They know Florida loves to play bump and run. They isolate him off. They get him to the outside technique. Duke Dawson is way out of position. An easy touchdown. That is great coaching. And by the way, that ball was not thrown behind. That's how you got to throw them when you want touchdowns.
Joshua Dobbs. It seems a long, long time ago that he started out 1 for 8 for 12 yards. Here's the kick. Bobbled. Take a knee. First down and 10. Play action. Appleby chased. He's got a man open at the 30-yard line. That's DeAndre Goldsby.
After last season, Butch Jones made a change. He hired Bob Shoop as his defensive coordinator. Bob has been in this league before. He was at Vandy and the defensive coordinator when Vandy beat Florida to stop the 22 straight loss streak that Vandy had against Florida. He said he was hired to beat Florida. Could he stop this streak too?
Nothing doing on that one. It'll be third down. Jordan Cronkrite. There's Corey Vereen with the tackle then.
And all he's done as that defense for Tennessee is get 4 3-and-outs and turnover on first down. He's pitched a perfect game in the second half as his defense.
Third down 4. Callaway wide right. 3 receivers to the left. Got him short of the first down. Keontae Lewis. It'll be fourth down. Todd Kelly, number 24.
We did talk about Brandon Powell earlier. He was such a big part of last year's game. He's been nothing in this game. Maybe his frustrations kind of spilled over into that punch. He wanted the football. Yeah, he is mad that he has not been targeted in this game. Not one target, not one reception, not one rush. Makes the stat sheet with a penalty.
Johnny Townsend to punt. Alvin Kamara deep. This is the 8th punt for Townsend in the ball game. Kamara comes up, grabs it at the 37, and gets out near midfield. Well, we invite you to take a look at the Phantom Punch.
God, I want to apologize to Brandon Powell, okay? This is ridiculous. What do we got, a soccer game going on here? 2 guys. Watch Golden, number 7 for Tennessee, fake this. Ridiculous. He stuck his arm out. Could have just, all right, give him 15 yards. I think actually the office, Birmingham office will rescind his expulsion for next week and he will play. He stuck his hand out. Maybe he gets 15 yards, but he did not punch him. And Golden just took a dive.
I know Greg Louganis.
I don't.
I do. I recognize a dive when I see one.
Ridiculous.
And he would have
that in our game.
That was, to use the term, ludicrous. Wow. First down and 10.
I don't understand. I'm going to have to get...
First down 10. 31-21, just over 10 minutes to go. Dobbs takes off. One man to beat, and he can't beat that man, but he's got a first down. Marcus May, the surest tackler on this team, stops Joshua Dobbs, but he gained 22 yards.
Vern, when we did our open, which we did last year's open, I said Josh Dobbs has to be a difference. Last year he put 277 yards up running and passing. Today he's going to top that. He's already thrown for over 300 and rushed. He can rush for close to 100. He's at 71 already.
In this half, Tennessee with 291 yards.
I often wondered, when would Josh Dobbs take the next step?
He's still got it. Looks for help. Oh, brother.
And the question was, when will Josh Dobbs take that step like Dak Prescott did, where he carried the team? If he can play like this the rest of the year, Tennessee, if they can get over this hurdle of this game, boy, they are a real threat to get to Atlanta now.
9:09 to go. Second down, 6. Low snap. Broken tackle at the 10. It's Jalen Hurd, and the pile keeps going south.
Runs through an arm tackle up front by Joey Ivy. Another one by Tabor, who can't bring him down. And then this play, I think college football has to think about. When do you blow the whistle for safety purposes? All the pushing and shoving. That's a new rule that they've allowed, and I think they really need to re-examine. Forward progress should have been called maybe, 2 or 3 seconds earlier.
Dobbs driving for the end zone. Touchdown!
Well, they're starting to call the running plays for Dobbs now. And there's no doubt that once, I believe, there were a couple of key catches in this game. The defense made the plays, but that catch early in the second half by Jawan Jennings, I think just really picked up this football team.
Aaron Medley for the extra point. It is up and good. And this is 35 unanswered points by the Volunteers, trying to end an 11-game losing streak. 38-21 with 8:27 to go. Josh Dobbs has forced these guys to do a lot of push-ups.
Unbelievable.
Just keep playing.
Five 3-and-outs for Florida in the second half, and a one-play interception. They've had 16 total plays. Not one first down in the second half for Florida.
This one, well, they decide to run it out, does LaMichael Pirine, and that was a mistake. Well, they're down by 17 with 8:20 to go. There's Appleby, and out to the 22-yard line.
Just one last point here. As you said, keep playing, right, Vern? Remember, the opening drive of the second half by Tennessee was an interception by Dobbs.
Appleby, right side. And that is going to be enough for the first Florida first down in the second half. DeAndre Goolsby. Florida has 2 timeouts remaining. 7:36 to go in the game. Appleby has to pull up. Hit as he lets it go. Incomplete. That was Rashawn Golden.
Well, Golden is replaced and played more in the second half. Looks like Justin Martin, the guy that got beat, is the one that is really losing the playing time.
2nd and 10, 7:26 to go. Appleby, screen, beautiful tackle. Cortez Mcdowell, number 20. Three-man rush. Appleby escapes the tackle, pulls up, fires it out, it's caught. Good for the first down at the 43-yard line by Freddie Swain, number 16.
Well, there was just enough pressure with the 3-man rush that forced Appleby to get out of the pocket, but this time he found somebody a little more open.
Appleby back, goes across the middle, it's dropped. We'll take a look at their schedule. They are at Georgia next week, and that at Texas A&M, and then Alabama here. So this is the bulk of their season. And if they can get by this one, and they're not that far away, 5:21 to go. They have won 9 games in succession going through last year. So they're trying to make it 10 in a row. That's the 3rd longest streak in college football. Here comes the blitz. Appleby behind the receiver, but he makes the catch. C.J. Wharton. Taint over.
Never. Curl route. Finally, a throw at the face mask. Takes it in there.
Gain of 21, first down and 10. Appleby toward the end zone, incomplete. Keontae Lewis, number 80. Todd Kelly, number 24.
Rides up in the pocket, makes a decent throw, just off the fingertips. You know who also has been, we talked about Powell being very quiet in this game. You know, in the second half, Antonio Callaway.
Right.
Nothing.
There he is. 2nd down and 10. Boom. Emmanuel Mosley, number 12, on DeAndre Goolsby.
I think you saw the result of a lot of targeting calls that he did not take the kill shot.
Callaway near side. Appleby back, pumps, goes in the right corner, overthrown. Intended for Goolsby. And it's 4th and 1.
They need 3 scorers. Do you take a field goal here? It's 4th and so short. I think I go for it.
Yep.
If it was 4th and 5, I might kick the field goal.
4th and 1. Up the middle, they've got the first down plus as Jordan Cronkrite made the tackle.
Well, the Florida fans right now are saying, where was that earlier on that first 3rd and short of the half when they couldn't stay on the field?
Into the right corner again. Beautiful pass.
Colton Jumper did a great job staying with that play. Coming out of the backfield, Cronkite has matched up with the middle linebacker. Watch Colton, number 53, stay with it. Gets his hand in there and then does it again. Tremendous play by Jumper.
.422 to go. 2nd and goal. Left side. Open. Touchdown. Freddie Swain. Well, now it's not so noisy.
Yeah, and you got to kick the extra point here, make this a 10-point football game. So you get the slot, one-on-one, gets it into the corner of the end zone. Easy throw, a lot of checkerboard to throw to the outside right there. And that was a pretty easy pitch and catch. So still a football game.
Eddie Pinheiro to make it a 10-point game, which he does easily.
I think right now you got to kick it down deep if you're Florida. Get a stop.
4:17 to go in regulation. 10-point margin. Well, a 16-play drive, 86 yards. It did take 4:10, but they've cut it to a 10-point margin.
Yeah, it took 4:10, but it also took 5 previous series. That's the key part of it. Remember now, whether they go for an onside kick, they have 2 timeouts left. I still think you can kick this deep or pooch it to the open area.
Well, they've got Jorge Powell on, who was not
a lot of space to the back side back here that you could pooch that over their head.
And there it is. And Tennessee has recovered at the 45. Todd Kelly Jr.
Well, I wouldn't have done it there. I would have tried to get one stop with my defense and save the onside kick for later. Played very well here. He trapped it. Perfect.
And most significantly, he fell on it.
Yes.
And here is Tennessee, last win in this series, 2004. So trying to end an 11-game losing streak. There's a nice start to this drive. Jalen Hurd. Second and 5.
Take all the time now.
You betcha.
It's a slow football. Under 5.
Not much there.
And Florida's going to take a timeout here and a smart timeout. You've seen quick touchdowns before, haven't we?
Haven't we, though? They tried to sweep right side. It's going to be 4th down.
Another timeout.
That's the last.
And remember, Florida has a 55-yard plus field goal kicker, so still a football game. It's 4th and 4.
Right.
Florida has no timeouts. I would try to draw them off sides first. Who cares if you get a 5-yard penalty?
Yep. Well, here's your essential high kick. Fair catch called by Callaway. What is he doing?
What are you doing?
What in the world? He just called a fair catch at the 1-yard line.
Well, he's 50% better than he was last time.
3:10 to go. Gators are out of timeouts. See if Cronkite is in the game. Quick flip, tipped, incomplete. Derek Barnett, who's had a very, very good game.
He goes about 6'5", close to 285 pounds, and he's got a speed rush to the outside. He's one of the great defensive ends from this conference. Myles Garrett, Jonathan Allen. I mean, they've got some good ones in this conference.
He'll block. Appleby heaves it down the right side. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you, Tennessee was very aggressive there. A year ago, they played off in 3-man rush, 8-man zone. This time they went man-to-man and brought all 4 people. Watch back end. They're covering up and matching up. Man-to-man all over the field.
3rd and 10. Caught. Short. 6-yard line. Keontae Lewis.
Got to go for it. Got no choice.
Micah Abernathy made the tackle.
Good tackle by Abernathy.
He had 3 fumble recoveries, by the way, in the game against Virginia Tech. Mark Shoup with the orange Tennessee cap on.
Yep, Bob Shoup right there.
Barb Shoup.
Yep.
Thank you.
He's going to be, he said he was hired to beat Florida. If he stops him here.
4th and 5. Appleby gets loose, lets it go. It's incomplete.
Defense. They bring 4 again, force Appleby out. It's batted down, and the streak is over. Remember, Bob Shoup and a half right there. Bob Shoup, he ended it for Vanderbilt, and now he's ended it for Tennessee. He said, I was hired for this job.
Colton Jumper.
Vern, we talk about the tough games that they've coming up. They do have a tough stretch. But if they can get through there, remember they finish off very softly. South Carolina, Tennessee Tech, Kentucky, Missouri, Vandy. The toughest part of their schedule is always at the beginning.
And this is game 1. And this is Hurd down to the 1-yard line. It's over. The streak has ended. Let's go down to Allie Laforce with Butch Jones.
Coach, the streak is finally over after 11 long years of waiting. What did you tell this team at halftime to ignite the show we just saw in that second half?
Just one play at a time. We didn't play our best football the first half. We all knew that. It was all on us. And the players, I can't say enough about them. I love them. They knew they were disappointed. And we came out and played a great second half. It gets us to 4-0.
You told me this week.
And that duck is pulling that truck, baby.
That's right. You told me this week referencing that. If your game is loud, you don't have to say anything.
I tell you, our receivers stepped up, Josh, our throw game, when we needed the big plays, and we knew we just needed one momentum play to get this great crowd into it. And what an environment, what an atmosphere.
Coach, congratulations.
38-28. You see the lineup for tonight on CBS. It was 21-3 Florida at the half. I'll bet you anything that is Cam Sutton. So for Gary Danielson and Allie Laforce, I'm Vern Lundquist saying so long from Knoxville. The final score, 38-28. The Jeep postgame show is up next after these messages.